Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Uncommon Sense. I'm your host, Greg Lane, and this is the first video in the Dealbreakers series. Before I give a talk about what should or shouldn't be considered a deal breaker, at least from my personal opinion, there's something I want to pose to you, the viewer. What should be a deal breaker to you? Because there are many things that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Our commute to work, our wake-up habits, our daily routines, as well as the pains and the stressors that come from our profession, as well as the people we associate ourselves with and talk to. But you need to ask yourself what you're willing to put up with. Prime example, I have a colleague who is on the other side of the political spectrum opposite from me. I describe myself as an independent progressive, and he subscribes himself as a liberal conservative, a libertarian conservative. Clearly, we do not agree on every little issue. However, we tend to agree on some core principles. We believe in humanitarian beliefs, as well as we believe in the matter of personal liberties, choices, and the idea that we should be able to think what we want to think and explore ideas. That being said, that's a case of me choosing what to tolerate and what I prefer to prioritize in a relationship. In this case, a professional relationship that offers some ideological debate. Now, depending on which relationship you're evaluating, this could be a family relationship in which involves regular contact. This could be a personal relationship, either at work where you see a person every day, or maybe outside of work that you have to actually put an effort into seeing them, whether it be going over to their house or meeting in a public place or whatever have you. But you need to think about the things that you're willing to put up with and the things that are more important. If they agree with you on the core things, the political ideology you subscribe to and the peculiarities around it, frankly, then differences in hobbies and personal interests might be a bit more passable. It's actually also good to associate yourself with multiple different people with multiple different passions. It keeps your event horizons open and allows you to further explore beyond the bubble that you've constructed yourself. And frankly, more eyes and more ears tuned into the world is much, much better than trying to solve it all for yourself. Of course, this isn't a perfect system. There are certain questions that you may not be inclined to ask because you may be assumptive in what the other person believes based on their other beliefs. However, if you really want to know someone, you shouldn't be afraid to ask the big questions. I mean, after all, they tell us in school that there is no such thing as a stupid question. Granted, I think that teaching should come with a bit of an adjustment. It's only a stupid question if it's already been asked and answered within the last half hour, or the last hour. After all, no one likes to hear things repeated, especially when it was properly explained the first time. But anyway, so asking questions of someone, although it can be tedious, is a good way to get to know someone. It's a good bonding process. So, in learning what your deal breakers are, consider the things that you're willing to tolerate. Things that you definitely couldn't live without, things that you couldn't live in disagreement with, and the like. So, before I continue with the series, I encourage all of you to, well, anyone who's watching, to think about what you're passionate about, think about things that you're willing to tolerate, and think about things that you absolutely refuse to sacrifice and let go of. And once you do that, you'll have a better understanding of yourself, and you'll be able to evaluate your peer relationships. So, until next time, my name is Greg Lane, and this is Uncommon Sense.